Hey guys, Bob Heilig here, and today I want to talk to you about pain. And I want you to understand that in your life, you will choose one of two things. You're either going to choose the pain associated with waking up, or the pain that is associated with staying asleep. And I think a lot of times, I think this is an important message because I think a lot of times in our lives, we have a tendency to try to avoid the things that cause us pain, not understanding that the pain is actually something that you should be embracing and welcoming because it's a sign that you're growing and evolving and heading towards something that you actually want in your life. So today we're going to talk about pain, and I want to challenge you to really think about which one of these two things are you seeking out, because one choice versus the other will have a dramatic effect on where you end up in life. So, well, guys, I want you to understand this first and foremost, that most of you that watch my videos every day, I know that you do it because you're an entrepreneur. A good portion of you are in the network marketing profession. Perhaps you're in some other sort of a business, but you're an entrepreneur, which means that at some point in your life, you were inspired by a great idea. You know, you have this larger purpose that's driving you, this vision for you being able to create a better life for yourself, to have financial and time freedom, to wake up every day and being excited and having that sense of purpose behind your work. You know, we all reach that point in our life where we have that bigger vision. And what happens is, in the process of choosing that vision, in the process of moving towards that greater thing that we want, a lot of times the universe will start to come in line with us, right? And if we can continue to stay on that path of doing the things we need to do, of becoming the person that we need to become, the universe comes right in with us, and things start to manifest in front of us. It's incredible to me, you know, the times in my life when I was truly committed to some bigger goal and a greater good, the things that just magically came in my way to support my journey. But the problem is this. The problem is that the moment we start to move into action, the moment we choose that we want to wake up, right? We want to wake up. We want to be inspired by this bigger purpose. Something begins to happen that causes a lot of people to get knocked off course, and they start to feel pain. And I want you to understand that in your life, you trying to avoid pain is literally impossible. You're going to experience one of two pains. You're going to experience either the pain associated with waking up, or you're going to endure the pain that is associated with staying asleep. Now, let me talk about these two. See, when we choose to stay asleep, here's what we do. We choose to not examine our lives. And when we don't examine our lives and where we are and where we're headed, right? When we don't do that, pain is inevitable. See, an unexamined life will always bring pain, because what we wind up doing without even knowing it is we spend our entire life avoiding things that make us uncomfortable. When we don't examine our life and why we do things and where we're headed, the moment we feel that pain that usually is felt when we're trying to get outside of that comfort zone or do something new, we don't accept it, we avoid it, and we just stay in our rut. So when you have that unexamined life and you don't face that pain, that's the stuff that drives you to that long-term regret. See, here's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about pain as an indicator. And I want you to understand that the things that you feel this pain around, it's probably because you're heading in the right direction. See, but here's the thing, is if we have that unexamined life, and we avoid the things that cause us pain, all that does long term is create more and more discomfort, because we don't become aware of the consequences of our actions, right? It's like those people that go through their entire life with their head buried in the sand, thinking that things will be okay, but the reality of their life and everything around them tells them that it won't. So we have to understand first the pain of staying asleep. But then let's talk about the pain of waking up. Because I will tell you, if you do choose to wake up, which I know many of you have, and I know you're probably experiencing this very same pain, it is an entirely different type of pain. It is so much more severe in the moment than the pain of staying asleep. See, because when we choose to wake up, here's what happens. We are forced to face the pain of the growth process. We have to become honest about who we are, and we have to really take a look at all of our scars and our wounds that we've accumulated through our life, our past experiences, our past hurt, our negative thinking, our lack of belief, all these things, like our stuff. When you first choose to wake up and pursue that greater good, here's what happens. A spotlight gets shined on everything about you, all of those scars, all of those wounds. And that's a very difficult thing for people to face. But I will tell you this, guys. If you can accept and you can embrace that pain, if you can learn to fall in love with your own scars and wounds, because guys, here's what we realize. Life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. There's a reason why you've gone through what you've gone through. There's a reason why you've had to deal with the problems and the challenges. Life has been preparing you for your true purpose, to share your story of challenge, to share your story of growth, to be able to relate and connect to people on another level because you've had to deal with those same scars and those same hurts. And guys, if we can understand and we can accept those pains and those scars, it turns to joy. And I want to tell you this, guys, when you get this, what I'm talking about, when you can learn to accept the pain of waking up, here's what you start to learn to do. You fall in love with the pain. You fall in love with the process because you understand that the pain is an indicator that you are growing and that you are evolving and that you are finally on the path that is going to lead you to becoming a better you and having a more fulfilled life. But so many people resist that pain. See, here's what the pain of staying asleep is. The pain of staying asleep, and this describes so many people in the world. It's a quiet longing for something more. It's that yearning where people, there's something missing. They don't know what it is, but they feel like they want this deeper connection to life, and they don't know how to get it. Right? The pain of staying asleep, here's the thing that makes it the easier path, is the pain that you feel is much more subtle than the pain of waking up. So it's the easier path. It's the comfortable path. It's the living your life at, TGIF and just going through the motions and stuck in your rut. It's easier to do that because it's a very subtle pain. But here's what happens. At the end of your life, that pain becomes stronger than anything you would ever experience, because an unexamined life, a life doing the easy things, you reach the end of your life and you look back and you realize you've wasted an entire life. Les Brown says, when we do what is easy, our life becomes hard. That's the pain of staying asleep. When we don't listen to those wake-up calls, because every one of us has these moments in our life where we get these wake-up calls. And when we don't listen to them, here's what happens. That yearning for something more turns into skepticism and negativity and bitterness and a closed heart. And how many people in our life do we know that are like that have a closed heart and are so bitter and skeptical, and they don't realize it's because they haven't answered these wake-up calls in their life, these opportunities that they have to get on that right path, to feel that deeper connection and purpose, because the moment they stepped towards it, they felt that sharp burst of waking up, that pain, And they said, no, 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 no. I don't want that. They didn't understand that it was a good thing. So when we choose to wake up, on the other hand, even though we have to endure this short-term pain, which is really difficult and really hard, but if we understand that it's part of the process, that we have to endure the pain, that the pain is what makes us grow and forces us to become better, when we accept it and the pain becomes joy, that's when everything changes. That short-term pain creates long-term joy. As Les Brown would say, right, you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will become easy. You will live a life that most people would never dream because of your ability to embrace the pain, to face your scars and all the things about you that you don't love, that you don't want to put out there, but you have to. It's a natural part of growth. And guys, listen, none of us consciously want to choose pain, but I think we need to understand you're going to experience it one way or the other. And here's one of the things that I've learned. I've learned to seek the pain. In my life, if I'm not feeling pain, if I'm not feeling discomfort, then here's what it tells me, is I've started to plateau. I'm not pushing myself enough. I'm not venturing out into that uncertainty. I've stopped growing. The moment I stop feeling pain and start being comfortable and start being able to coast, that's a really bad thing. So guys, what I want to tell you is choose the pain of waking up. Understand it's a good thing. Learn to love and accept your scars and your wounds because they are part of you. They've made you who you are today. They've prepared you for your greater purpose in life, right? Think of it like this, guys. Your life is a book. And halfway through a book, you never think the hero's going to make it out. All odds are against them, right? The universe is conspiring to keep them down. But you continue through that story and they always prevail. And what I want to tell you is don't stop writing your book. Your best chapters, your biggest victories are ahead of you. You just have to understand that that pain is a natural part of the process, and it's actually a really good thing. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on yourself. It's not supposed to be easy. It is supposed to be hard, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it, and everybody would do it, and it wouldn't pay nearly as much. So stay on your path. Choose the pain of waking up. And hey guys, do me a favor. Share this broadcast. If you've ever shared something of mine, share this broadcast today, because there are a lot of people out there that need to hear this, that need to understand that pain is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So as always, guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. I've got a lot of really incredible things that I'm working on that I'm like bursting at the seams with excitement because I want to tell you, but they're not ready yet. So stay tuned. If you guys have been getting any value out of the training and the content I've been creating, then I want to let you know the best is yet to come. But thank you for being here, guys. Share the broadcast. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you found this helpful. And I will see you same time, same place tomorrow morning. Take care.